Hi, my name is Lucas Anstotz, and this is a documentary video of Geneseo Warthog Rugby. Geneseo Rugby has recently had its 30th year anniversary. With the help of the school and the alumni, we are currently working to revitalize Onondaga Field in hopes that as our team grows, our fan base will as well. Before basketball, football, or hockey, rugby is the oldest American contact sport.
You can't talk about rugby. Rugby's only a sport that you can see and play. There's no verbalizing how to play this sport.
Rugby can be a complicated sport for someone who has never seen it. So there are a few important facts to note. Firstly, the ball may never be passed forward. If it is knocked forward, it is considered a turnover, and a scrum must be formed. Secondly, each team is divided into two parts, the backs and the forwards. These two parts must work together to keep the team in sync. So, which are more important, the forwards or the backs?
Forwards. No way. Forwards.
Why?
Because we run the team.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Backs. Yes. Why?
Oh. Why?
Score. Better.
Who are better, forwards or backs?
Backs. Backs. Backs are just sluts for forward. They don't do any of the work.
I used to think forwards, but now I think backs.
Why is that?
I used to like Micah. That changed.
He recently came out. Now I'm back.
What I'm going to do for you now is describe the back line. The first player in the back line is the number 9, or the scrum half. The scrum half's job is to go get the ball out of rucks and breakdowns or out of the scrums and get it out to the fly half. The fly half is kind of like the point guard. He's the one who gets the ball first out of the wing and decides whether or not to dump it back in or skip it out to the wing. The next guy in the wing is the inside center. And obviously he's called the inside center because he's on the inside closest to the fly half. The next, as you might have guessed, is the outside center. And his job is to make a decision on whether or not to cut the ball back in or dump it out to the wing. And then the wing is a guy on the outside. He's usually one of the smaller, faster guys, and his job is to make one guy miss and then go and score. And then the fullback is all the way in the back, and he acts as a free safety, and then he's the last defense in case someone breaks the line. And he also can insert and then go and try to score also.
Well, scrum half is basically like quarterback in football. Really the playmaker, person who dishes the ball off the ruck. So I really have 3 options with it. I can give it to the wings, wing it out. I can give it to my forwards, my big guys, or I can just take it myself and score some tries.
Fly half's basically like the quarterback. I yell at the scrum half to give me the ball. I can give it to the big guys, the forwards, or I can wing the ball out, and we just try to make plays, score tries.
So when a ball carrier gets tackled, the two teams fight for possession by trying to drive each other over the ball, and whoever has possession of the ball underneath their feet has that's who has possession of the ball, and that's what a ruck is.
This is a ruck. That's a maul. This is a ruck.
One of the plays out of a ruck is called a banger. That's where your forwards, your bigger, stronger players, take the ball and run over as many people as they can.
That is awesome.
With about a 1 meter gap between the two teams. The team receiving the ball has a thrower stand on the sidelines with a hooker, and they throw the ball in, and in the lineout, both teams lift men up to catch the ball. Whoever wins, wins. The advantage is usually to the throwing team because they usually have some sort of play set up, but it's never guaranteed.
As we talked about earlier, the bigger guys pick up the forwards or the pack. Now the first 1 and 3 in the scrum are the props. The props are the big guys in the are on the outside of the hooker, whose job is to push the scrum forward and create contact so the scrum half can get a good feed in. The guy in the middle of the 2 props is the hooker. He's called the hooker because his job is to hook the ball back when the scrum half places the ball in. Now behind the front line are the 2 locks. Their job is to bind together and create a bunch of forward momentum to push on the props, to push the scrum forward. outside of the two locks are the flankers. The flankers' job is to keep the ball inside of the scrum, and if the opposing team gets the ball, they're the first people to break off and to try to go make a tackle. And then the guy in the back is the stud, the 8-man, and his job is to create a really big push. And then if they win the ball, he can pick the ball up out of the scrum and then go and run a fly half over and go score.
How long have you been a hooker?
All my life. I just didn't know it. I didn't find out until I started playing rugby.
Possession is important because it's the only way that you can score. If you're the one with the ball, then you're the only person that can put points on the board. That's why having a good defense is still just as important as maintaining the ball. If you don't have the ball, but you can stop them from scoring and have a good defense that can get the ball back for you, that's just another way that you can win the game.
Tackling in itself is pretty insane. You gotta make sure that you keep your heads down. When you don't keep your head down, you gotta keep your head up. You gotta put your shoulders back.
My man Imp left a tech and a 9 at my crib. Turned himself in, he had to do a bid. A 1 to 3, he be home to end the night.
You have to manage your energy a lot more efficiently than any other sport I've played.
Looking kinda tight, and I'm stressed. Yo, Biggie, let me get the vest. No need for that, just grab the fucking gat. The first pocket that's fat, the tech is to his back. Word is born, I'ma smoke him. Yo, don't fake no moves. What? Treat it like boxing, stick and move, stick and move. You ain't got to explain shit. I've been robbing motherfuckers since the slave shit. With the same clip and the same 4-5, 2-point blank, a motherfucker short of time.
Fuck we want, but we got 20 minutes. You owe me 20 minutes of the hardest fucking rugby you've ever played. I swear to God, I'll do the exact same thing. Let's go. Let's go, Hog.
Come on, guys!
Let's go! Let's go. Fucking hard work on 3. Hard work on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hard work!
In 10 words or less, what would be your favorite thing about Geneseo Rugby?
Running people over, making them hurt.
Balls.
Scoring more than the forwards. Glory.
Their team camaraderie. Just a lot of fun.
That was more than fun.
Bananas and flinging my own poo.
People.
There you go.
I love the fact that it's a contact sport.
It's a fun game.
It's the only sport that lets you hit people out.
It feels good to abuse something.
I have no recollection of this. You guys tell me that.
I've definitely abused it first.